Hey, where are you? I can't see. Is somebody there? What? Oh, there you are. Hey, well, there you are. I can't see. I had pulled the wool over my eyes, and I couldn't see anybody, and I couldn't see anything, and I didn't know what I was doing. I got my little lamb up here with my sheep's wool, and I had pulled it over my eyes. Hey, did you ever hear the phrase to pull the wool over someone's eyes? Well, what does it mean to pull the wool over your eyes? Not just what I did right now, but the way people use that phrase. What does it really mean when we hear someone say, "Oh, they had the wool pulled over their eyes"? Well, to pull the wool over someone's eyes actually means to deceive somebody or to fool someone, especially if you're trying to trick them in order to gain an advantage. It's not a good thing to do, I guess. For example, we could say this about Fred. Fred tried pulling the wool over their eyes at the business by hiding the profits in separate accounts, but they were quick to catch on to his scheme. Or we could say that about, a really smart executive. Don't try to pull the wool over her eyes. She's too smart for that. So, yeah. So I wonder, though, where this phrase came from, because we typically don't walk around like I am today wearing sheep on our heads. And to pull these wool over our eyes just isn't something we typically do. So, where did this phrase come from, to pull the wool over your eyes? Well, there used to be the practice, and maybe you remember seeing pictures and stuff of men and women in the 16th and 17th century who wore woolen wigs. So it was once common practice for men to wear these large powdered wigs, woolen wigs that resembled and looked like sheep's wool. Okay? And actually, in England, there are some judges and other important officials who still wear these very fluffy white wigs. And especially if it's a judge, perhaps this could have referred to a clever lawyer, maybe, who once tried to trick the judge and get away with some deception. And they said, he almost pulled the wool over that judge's eye. And that's where people think this phrase came from. Well, we typically don't like to be deceived or lied to, do we? No, it doesn't feel good to be deceived or have someone tell us falseness and lies and things that aren't true. However, there are people who do this on a regular basis, people who lie, people who like to trick others, people who like to mislead others, people who like to scam people. All the time we're being warned about phone scams and scams that are trying to take away our money. It is people who are tricksters, and they lie and they're trying to pull the wool over our eyes. Right. Well, we must be careful to not have the wool pulled over our eyes. In the Bible, there's a number of verses that talk about being deceived and how we need to be careful. 1 John 4, chapter 4, verse 1 says, "Dear friends, do not believe every spirit. Test the spirits to see if they belong to God, for many false prophets have gone out into the world." Yeah, we don't want to be deceived, and so we need to be careful. You know what? There may even be some people who think that they can even trick God. Whoa. Galatians 6:7 says, "Don't be fooled. You can't outsmart God. A man gathers a crop from what he plants." So it's saying if you try to trick somebody, most likely you're going to be tricked yourself. Well, I don't think we want to be people who are known as liars or tricksters, do we? Nope. In fact, Colossians 3, verse 9 says, "Don't lie to one another. You have gotten rid of your old ways of life and its habits." Yeah, as followers of Jesus, we don't want to do the old things. We don't want to be people who lie and people who scam and people who trick and people who pull the wool over someone's eyes. We want to be people who live with integrity and truth. Proverbs 12:22 says, "The Lord hates those whose lips tell lies, but listen, he is pleased with people who tell the truth." Well, that makes me want to tell the truth. I hope that makes you want to tell the truth and not pull the wool over someone's eyes, because we don't like it when we can't see, and I'm sure other people don't like it when they can't see. I like it when people tell me the truth, and so I hope you do too. So today, don't pull the wool over someone's eyes, and don't let the wool get pulled over your own eyes. Rather, I would wish for you today a day filled with joy and a day filled with peace.